This anime might have the worst title of any anime ever. You think isekai anime are bad? No, 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 no. The 100 girlfriends who really love you. Okay, maybe isekai is a little worse than that. I'm sure you've seen or heard people talking about this monstrosity, and then you had a demon in your head, and you were like, oh, no, it's probably shit. And then you're like, maybe I will watch it. And then you're like, nah, I cannot be watching something with a title like that. I was in that same struggle, but I was like, I can just make a video out of it, so let's go. Most romance comedy anime like Kagura Love Sama, Horiyama, Rent a Girlfriend come with an expectation of a decent story, as well as a lot of silly, lighthearted moments. And yeah, with this one, you can just throw out the decent story part. The show starts off typical slice of life, end of middle school, going to high school, blah 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 blah, and it's the main character Aoji getting rejected for the 100th time, and then you're like, oh, I see where this is going. But how they get there is the most ridiculous and absurd way you can possibly imagine. No, like, I'm serious. Whoever wrote this anime and manga must have took the biggest hit out of Joe Rogan's DMT bong and was like, yeah, it's time to write now. So the main character appears at this temple, and this fucking genie old guy pops up, references Tokyo Ghoul, and is like, listen boy, you're gonna go to this high school and 100 girls are gonna fall in love with you, and they're just gonna be completely all over you, and they're gonna be the love of your life. You're never gonna find love like these 100 girls are gonna love you. And the kid's just like, word? Oh yeah? Deadass? That sounds good to me. Lo and behold, the Odyssey begins. Luffy going to Grand Line, Ichigo descending onto the Soul Society, Naruto going to the Land of Waves. None of these moments touch the feet of that triumphant setup for the rest of the series. I am completely immersed and engrossed. There's no better way you could have written that. I think the Kogiya's author would have known it's time to put the pen down. There's no way I could create anything that can compete. That setup, the deep, thematic purpose. And I know what you're thinking. What could possibly happen next? There's no way I could possibly think of what's gonna happen next. Nah, it's exactly what you think. So the next 10 minutes of the episode are these two girls gushing over him unlike anything you've ever seen. You would have thought he was an isekai character in another world. Kirito would have fell to his knees and given up on everything. The way the setup is honestly jarringly bad that you forget that it's supposed to be satire. But I think that's the point of an anime like this, to make you doubt how low they can go. Having these two compete for love and attention while making this character one of those carefree, spaced out ones, like the one from Fruits Basket that apologizes for everything. If someone across the street fell down, he would punch himself in the face. Someone gets rejected, he punches himself in the face. He thought about cheating, like, Jesus Christ, bro, you don't gotta go that crazy. What are you doing? But honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is where the redeeming factors come in. And no, not with shit like this. With stuff like that, it's like, what are we doing, boys? Like, what are we doing? Come on, man. Like, hey, what is going on? But the anime clearly doesn't take itself too seriously in any which way. From the way the characters are drawn to literal author notes popping up on screen mocking the choices to honestly funny transitions, it is refreshing because so many of this genre don't fully understand when to be joking and when to be serious. Whereas this anime decides to just answer every question with the same answer. Fuck it. You think he's about to have some drawn out emotional battle? Nope. You think he's gonna choose a girlfriend? Nope. You think at one point any of these characters is gonna get development? Nope. No. Hell, what the fuck are you thinking? Are you out of your mind developing these characters? Why? The moment in this anime that takes it to another level is when they decide to add stakes. So, long story short, old sage hippie tells him if he falls in love with the wrong girl, there's a huge consequence. A consequence he couldn't think of. A consequence that was so grand that he would have to rethink his entire choice. A consequence so impactful that we, the audience, was gonna get hooked in. The consequence is, whoever he doesn't choose is gonna fucking die. Like, think. Think for a second. Think about all the different forms this had to go through to take place. First, the mangaka had to think of this idea. The mangaka team then had to look at the idea. The editor then had to look at it. The publisher then had to look at it. The anime studio had to be pitched. Then they had to review it. Then a director had to choose which direction to take the scene. And then a team of animators and artists had to draw it and animate the scene. And they all decided that that was the way to go. That was okay, that was the best way to handle this situation. It just screams like, yeah, we gonna do exactly what the fuck we want to do, and we gonna write it as a go, and we gonna see where it takes us. It might take us right, it may take us left, it might take us to a fucking death match of love, like, I don't know, but this is where we're going. But that's just episode 1. Episode 2 is even worse, and yes, I endured 2 episodes, so leave a like and subscribe. I literally took a bullet for you guys. Episode 2, they fully lean into him having both girlfriends with no regard, but here comes the big twist, the huge swing, the plot activation, the blast that's gonna change the series forever. They both want to gonna have the first kiss. At first, I thought this was gonna be a quick 5-minute part. No. But this is the whole episode with complicated games, Death Note logic, and monsters too? Okay. Aijou, or whatever the fuck his name is, I have no idea, uses his big brain and creates a game in order to determine the best way to see who's gonna have the first kiss. And his explanation is literally 5 fucking minutes. I don't even understand this shit. He got blindfolds on, they spinning dice, they have a goddamn iPod. I don't understand how he decided this, how he created this game, but he did. And then everything goes wrong and you get a montage of the most absurd fan service in every which way, and shit kind of just spiraled out of control. And yeah, I forgot to mention, the fan service is obviously to be expected, but it's pretty bad. Fan service is that really strange thing that anime fans have built a tolerance of, but sometimes the depictions are so messed up, it's like, really? Are we really doing this? And then as the episode progresses, he decides he has to punish himself for failing to figure out a way to get the first kiss. So he goes to run around the school. And apparently in this fictional world, there's a hall monitor that monitors the halls. And if you're caught running in the halls, this crazy monster thing is gonna run at you to punish you. And this fucked up looking teacher, the punishment is that she is gonna kiss you. And you're just like, what?
What do you mean by that?
What the fuck did I even just say? Like, I don't even know what that means, but look, it's there, I guess. I don't really know who saw this and was like, yeah, they're gonna love this scene. Instead, we're more scared than we are laughing. But anyway, the two girls freak out. They decide that the best way to handle this situation is to just kiss him at the same time. But wait, there's more. He finds his true love at the end of the episode, and I think we all know the rest of this anime is going, from the title of the show to everything people are talking about. He's probably about to bring out a whole NBA roster of girlfriends. I think what's almost sad about this anime is that there's some decent jokes from this pole having more character depth than any other character in the series, and if you're into these kind of weirder jokes, you'd honestly probably like it. But it's a shame that this is a story they're trying to write. It feels more like watching a romance-based Rick and Morty episode than like a rom-com anime. This anime doesn't offer anything to you unless you're really just trying to turn off your brain and watch nonsense. But honestly, that's their intention. It's not trying to make you feel any relationship developing or having heartfelt moments. It's trying to barely walk the line between funny, weird, and fan service. In the eyes of many, there isn't really anything wrong with that, because not every anime needs to leave you an impact and make you rethink your life. And it'd be pretty goofy of you to even expect that, especially with a title like that. But if you're into these type of rom-com animes that are also harems, you'll likely find something to enjoy here. But with that being said, why don't you check out this video on Rent a Girlfriend, because that is a stupid anime that I actually really like. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget, we're just getting started, we're gonna stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.